I've just seen episode 8 of The Rings of Power, the finale. Look, this episode had some good and some bad, but let's jump right into it. The Stranger and the 3 followers of Sauron. I really enjoyed the special effects used in the fighting and the shape-shifting here. The way the Sauron acolyte shifted from Nori, also disappearing with the leaves. I thought that was a really cool effect. It was great to see some magic use from the Stranger here as well. They've been teasing at this throughout the season, and I think it would have been great to see a lot of this stuff a bit earlier on. It's been a long wait until we've been seeing this, and the payoff was there, but you know, like, I think we could have seen this maybe in episode 6 or 7. One thing I'll say, the blatant exposition when they said, he's not Sauron, just before they were vaporized, that was just a bit much. We did not need to hear that. I think it's very clear that he's not Sauron. We don't need to be spoon-fed that way. I think the audience can figure it out themselves. The next thing I want to talk about is the scene where Aarion is drawing the King of Numenor for this grand project to make a statue of him or something. This is the finale of The Rings of Power, and this is what we're watching. To put it lightly, it was just really boring and just a really weird choice of scene to write. I get that they wanted her to be there so that he could tell Aarion mistakenly that something bad is going to happen and have some prophecy moment. We've seen a weirdly similar scene in House of the Dragon, but I'd say that House of the Dragon thing was done a lot better. Seeing Aarion reaching for the Palantir, again, like, we already know what she's probably going to see. I don't know why they cut it just before she pulled it off, because we know what's in there. The death of the king, we haven't really seen him do anything. I get that Muriel has his close attachment to him because it's her father. However, he's just been in bed, and see the city mourning, and for us to feel like it's a big deal. I'm so disconnected from this city of Numenor, it's crazy. So yeah, look, to be honest, the doom of Numenor couldn't come quickly enough. I want to talk about the bromance between Celebrimbor and Halbrand in the smithy. It was really funny seeing these guys connect over this shared interest of mystical ores and metals and things like that. And seeing Celebrimbor's eyes light up whenever Halbrand had a new idea for him was, I don't know, it was kind of funny. It almost looked like Celebrimbor's got this thing for Halbrand. It was clear to see Celebrimbor was getting excited in the name of innovation and craftsmanship. In this episode, Galadriel didn't really have much to do by the looks of it, so she sent her research officer off to find a secret scroll because I guess Halbrand was looking a little bit suspicious while innovating with Celebrimbor. I wish there was a little bit more investigation work done from Galadriel here. She didn't really do anything. The research guy basically did it all for her. Anyway, that's fine. I'm glad that Sauron's been revealed now. I really like the shot when Galadriel and Halbrand are standing at the edge of the raft and the camera flips and you see the reflection of their possible future as this powerful couple. One thing I found a bit confusing was when the rings were forged and Galadriel had this smile on her face. At one point I was thinking, hang on, has Halbrand shapeshifted into Galadriel and that's Sauron standing there smiling because he's deceived them all? But no, it wasn't. We saw Halbrand marching in this kind of modern looking hood. I thought he looked a bit funny in that scene. The farewell of Nori leaving the Halfwoods, I get that this is a significant moment for her, but that goodbye scene, I swear, lasted about 5 or even 10 minutes. And we saw the same extras waving goodbye. We saw them a lot of hugging. There was a lot of, you know, catchy catchphrases said in exchange and goodbye. And at the same time with the ring thing, we saw the same shot of the rings on the table like 2 or 3 times, like shot for shot, it was identical. Maybe one shot it was zooming in, the other it was pulling out. I don't know, it just felt like they almost ran out of shots in this episode. There was just a lot of scenes that just dragged on for too long and there's just nothing happening there. I really hope they correct on things like that next season. Last thing I'll say, I thought the costuming, especially in the Elvish city where they were forging the rings, was done really well. Galadriel's outfit looked great with the gold lace trimmings. I really liked the leather kind of armor / aprons they're wearing when they're forging the rings. It's just quite cool. It feels like, you know, practical but very elven and stylish. The process of the ring forging itself was really awesome. I liked the delicate way the lava traveled around in the spiral, forging these beautiful shapes. You really got a sense of, I guess, Celebrimbor's skill that they've been talking about for the last 8 episodes, and now we finally got to see it. Kudos to the production team there. And that's my review for episode 8 of The Rings of Power. I'm going to do a full season review soon, so stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Would love to hear what you thought about The Rings of Power episode 8.